welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, we're set for what should be a great matchup. It's the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs and the champions of the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. At the end of the night, one team lifts the Lombardi Trophy. Who's it going to be? Thanks for having us one last time this season. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and Greg, the big question surrounds the AFC champion. The Chiefs, they are back in the big game for the 4th consecutive year. They won Super Bowl 57 and 58, lost last year to Philadelphia. How do they cap it off with a 3rd Super Bowl in 4 years here tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, it's just quite remarkable that year in and year out, in a league like the NFL, Mike, that just prides itself on parity, the entire league is set up to prevent dynasties, to prevent this exact situation that we have with the Chiefs from happening. But here they are again. Disappointing, underwhelming performance last year against Philadelphia. They're going to have to play a lot better here if they want to make it 3 out of the last 4.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Mostert. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On the carry, here's Mostert. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
The 49ers out to punt this one. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this has got to take advantage.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They run over center with Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be third. They need 1. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee.
Still third down.
So instead of third and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On comes the Chiefs punter, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's taken in. It's Royce Freeman. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
The 10-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through. and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. 49ers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Garoppolo. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Samuel has it working the middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First catch of the ball game for Debo. That's a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last. So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A tight end in motion now. 2nd down, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run. It's Mostert, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
3rd and 2. Here we go. To throw is Garoppolo. Got his man at the 6. And the 49ers going to be set up with 1st and goal. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he's in! Touchdown, 49ers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready for their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. Now it's 2nd and 1. Mahomes back. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Chiefs 1st down by a couple of yards, able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Now Mahomes to the left side in the hands of Hill. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, KC. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
After a spirited 1st quarter here in Super Bowl 60, 7-3 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd down and 12 to go. Here's Mahomes. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. A big play here in the big game. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
This one caught at the 4. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, KC.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Chiefs are on top. It's now 10-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A run here with Mostert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Rolling right, it's taken in. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Mostert, and that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Garoppolo from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Niners 1st down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That is 14 for the 2nd time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now a second down throw for Garoppolo. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Rolling right. Oh, the ball's out. That's picked up by the Chiefs.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Chiefs offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. On first down, it's Mahomes. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Up right here one time.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Third down and 9. To throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Watkins. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 9.
Here now, second and 9 from the 39-yard line. Throwing is Mahomes. And gets that to Hardman. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
First down throw, Mahomes. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
All alone is Kelsey. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down, and they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he's in! Trey Harris. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now Butker to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will get out in front 17-7. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
The second down throw is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see them miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Garoppolo. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
49er first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Garoppolo now. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Garoppolo. Down the field, got a man, and he's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play here in the big game. It's a gain of 34.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
A first down throw for Garoppolo. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll try to set up the screen to Mostert. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Gold now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
49ers 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. to Williams.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. It's Mahomes. Right back to Williams. They connect again. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Third down and 3. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
Now Andy Reid will bring in the field goal unit. This a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that kick will help extend the lead, but remember, Mike, it's still a one-possession game. Halftime's right around the corner, so both teams, there's a lot of work left to be done before we crown a winner here.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. On first down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? Second half underway in Super Bowl 60. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is the stop they talked about. This is how they wanted to start this second half and try to get back some of this momentum they lost in the first. Now, can their offense capitalize and take advantage with this possession?
And now here comes the punt team. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Niners offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5. Second and 5. Here's a toss as they look to run. The defense stringing them out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, 49ers.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Why not go back to him? That one good for 20 yards and a first down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. but watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Handoff here, up the middle, and he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Here's a toss, right side, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Garoppolo from the gun on third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
On the ground, it's Mostert. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. That his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On his goal to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers have taken the lead by a point here in the third. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. That one is complete to Hardman. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Mahomes. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 32 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. On this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That is caught back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Oh! And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Mostert. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo. He'll get this off to Mostert. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Niners first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Garoppolo. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now a 2nd down throw for Garoppolo. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, they need 5. Garoppolo now. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Kyle Shanahan now will turn to his field goal unit. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Niners will cut the deficit down to 2. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Following the penalty, he'll run it. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. first down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? To throw is Garoppolo. That'll be caught, and he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another 1st.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7. From the 31, here's second down and 3. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll go with the sneak, and he will have the Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. Now, after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll run on second down. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, KC. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Butker now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Pettis with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Garoppolo. They find Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. A run here with Mostert.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Mostert. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking them down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
The 49ers out for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Play action here. Mahomes. And mark him down up beyond the 30. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain there of 15, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. He finds Bell. That's caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Two minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to see this one wrap up after this. 3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Hugs on that sideline. One final kneel down, and that will put the bow on this championship season. And that'll do it for the 3rd time in 4 years. The Kansas City Chiefs are once again Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more.